Talk about the one that didn't get away. I'm in the jaws of a shark that lived about 5 million years ago. You'll see more of this on Delaware Valley Outdoors. Hi, welcome to another edition of Delaware Valley Outdoors. I'm your host, Bob Murray, and this week we're going to be at the New Jersey State Aquarium to see the fish that are under the water. So just stay with me and let's go inside. I'm here at the what we call the Seal Shores exhibit at the Camden Aquarium. I'm here with Kathy Wassel. Kathy, tell us just a little bit what we have right here at the aquarium.
Well, right now we're at the Seal Shores exhibit. We have 9 seals here, 3 different species, which are found right here off the New Jersey coast, something that a lot of people don't realize.
That we have actual seals.
We have actual seals right here in New Jersey.
In New Jersey. Okay, we have a big tank back here, and you and I were just talking a little bit before. What's the water temperature in here? I know we can't have really warm, we got some hot skies today, but what's the water temperature in the thing?
The water temperature this morning was 56 degrees.
Okay, I know some of the guys in the crew here asked me to jump in. I said, I think it's a little too
Not
cold.
without a wetsuit, you don't want to be in there.
No.
Even then, it's a little cold.
It's a little cold. Okay, now these seals are in like a holding area here because they're going to be doing some training here, and then you put on shows.
Correct.
Now, the public comes here just to watch them underwater. Is that what we have right here? You don't do a show from here, do you?
Actually, we do. This is one of our most exciting shows, I think, because it gives the public a perspective they don't often see. And that's of the seals underwater. We bring them right over to the window. We have volunteers come up and assist us, and we bring them over, have them do things like blow bubbles and swim and all sorts of exciting things.
Well, I know it was kind of interesting while we were just waiting for some of the stuff to get ready to watch them underwater. It's just fascinating. But how old are some of the seals that we have here?
Our seals are actually pretty young. They can live into their 20s and 30s. Our seals range from Echo, who's in this side of the pool. She's our youngest at 3 years old, and Cara is our oldest at 11, which is actually still on the young side.
Instead of young side. Now, do you take any seals that are injured? I know you hear things about strandings and all that. Do you do any of that kind of rehab here or anything like that?
We don't do actual rehab here, but we have taken in a stranded animal, and that's Echo. She's blind. When she was a couple months old, she was found stranded on a beach on Long Island, New York. When they took her in, they discovered she was blind, so even though she's healthy now, they couldn't return her back to the wild because she wouldn't be able to fend for herself, find enough food. So we brought her here. She participates in our training sessions, and she's the only harp seal that's on public display in North America, so it's very interesting that we have her here.
So you have her here at the Camden Aquarium.
Yes.
Okay, now I know I'm not going to be able to train any of these seals, but you're going to take me backstage here a little bit and show us some training techniques and some feeding and some things like that.
We're going to go do that.
Okay, so I'm anxious to see that, so let's go do that, and we'll get back to that.
Let's go.
All right, let's go. All right, Kat, where are we right now?
Right now we're in a behind-the-scenes area. This is the seal holding building. It's an area that we bring the seals for special attention, such as weighing them. It's a little extra training session, that sort of thing.
So you can work with them a little bit without...
Some one-on-one attention.
Okay. And who do we have right here?
Here we have Squeegee. Squeegee is a full-grown male harbor seal. Harbor seals are the most common type of seal that's found here in New Jersey.
And you just told me he's finished molting, or...
Yes, he's finished molting. Seals shed their hair once a year, and you often see them, they get real itchy. They like to haul out of the water, sunbathe, and scratch themselves a lot.
Well, he's and how much does he weigh now?
He is our biggest harbor seal. Right now he's about 249 pounds.
And from our little conversation before, he's probably the top seal we have around here as far as being smart and aggressive. And,
well, Squeegee is pretty hard to intimidate. I think you could probably train him to do just about anything. He's pretty fearless.
I know, we got the cameras and the lights, and he's not been bothered by anything.
Most seals would be in the water right now, and he's just curious about what's going on here.
Okay. Okay, could you just maybe see if we can get him to do a little bit of a training session with you?
Sure, no problem. I got to go get some fish, and we'll get started.
Okay, good.
Squeegee station. Target, 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 station. Squeegee Reg. Very nice, station. Squeegee slap. Good boy, station. Squeegee station. Good job. Target, target, target. Catch. Oh, what's this one? Good boy, open. Show off those pearly whites. Hold. Very nice, station, hold. Anything in particular?
Just anything he could do. Now, what are you
Station
feeding him right now? Just
herring, trout, mackerel, and squid.
okay.
Target, target. Flipper. Station, roll. Hold. Beautiful,
Oh, that's
station.
good.
Target, target. Station, hold. What else do you do, Squeege? Slap. Very nice. In the water. Target. Station. Please stand. You can do this one. Fun. Target. Please stand. Stand. That was much better. Good go out. Up. Station. Target.
Yeah, thanks a lot. That was really interesting. Now I know you have a show to do in a little while.
Yep.
And we'll be seeing you out there. Will Squeegee be?
Yep, Squeegee's going to go out. He's one of the stars of our show, so
Okay.
he'll be going outside right now.
All right. Well, we'll see him later on then. Okay. Thanks a lot.
It was nice talking to you.
Okay.
You a good boy, Squeege.
I'm here with Fran Ansborough. Fran, thank you for taking some time with us.
No problem.
We're in one of the prettiest spots you can have here.
Yeah.
Some of the fish that we have, that we're seeing here, describe some of what we have.
This is a red drum here up above. You can't see him so well. It's our ocean sunfish. And this is our open ocean tank. It's about 760,000 gallons. And it represents fishes that live off the coast of New Jersey during the summertime. Pretty much.
So that we would see these fish or catch these fish, as the case may
You
be.
can catch any of these during the summer off the coast of New Jersey.
In New Jersey.
We have
How many gallons did you say it was?
760,000,
Well,
the
that's-
second largest tank in the United States right now.
One big tank. Now, the sharks, do we have different species of sharks here?
Yes, we have the brown shark, or is also called the sandbar shark, and the larger toothier is the sand tiger shark. Those are found here all
Are these
off the summer.
fish right here?
These are scup, or porgies, the fishermen call
Porgies?
them. We also have striped bass, which is another big sport fish in here, and there's some bluefish also that fishermen like to catch.
One of the fish that really intrigues me, I know we were talking before, well, the ocean sunfish.
Right.
Tell me something a little bit about those.
Those are a more pelagic fish, meaning that they're more like offshore. You'll see them on fishing boats. A lot of times they lay flat on the surface like a big dish, sunning themselves. That's how they get the name ocean sunfish. And they get quite large, up to 2,000 pounds.
I've seen pictures of them where they're just absolutely...
Yeah, they're the largest bony fish.
Right. I think that's amazing. Okay, well, thanks, Fran. I appreciate all your time.
You're welcome.
It was worth it. Just fascinating. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm here with Darrell Bias. Darrell, I know that you're in charge of this area here, which is kind of interesting and important to me. It's the fact that this is the segments of the Delaware River that we have here. What do you have in this tank right now?
This is called the headwaters tank, and this is starting off way up north. It's coming out little creeks, the little rivers, little streams coming out.
So this is the beginning of the Delaware River.
This is where it all starts. The smaller fish.
Okay. What do we have in there?
Like the commonly shiners on the bottom, the white suckers, and like the larger ones in the streams. Then you get a little more colorful fish. The ones in the back are starting their breeding now is the iron color shiners, iron color days. We also got some of the darters, tessellated darters. We just introduced those into here. Along with other types of species of shiners that are found up.
So this is the beginning of the headwaters of the Delaware River that we see actually going right by us outside now. Okay, let's move on to the next section down here. All right, Darrell, now we're into the middle section of what we would find in the Delaware River, and I know you have some more fish that we would be really seeing when we go fishing. So tell us about what we have here.
This is called the urban river tank. Like I said, the central part, more like the fishing stuff. The yellow perch, the white catfish, the brown bullhead, and smallmouth and largemouth bass, big angling fish around here. And also black crappie hangs out by that piling in the back. And also sees once in a while around the Delaware around here is the long-nosed gar.
Yeah, you don't. I've caught some of those by accident.
Yeah.
You know that. You had some beautiful fish in there. The perch are very nice.
Very nice size, good coloration.
And these are the basic fish that we would find if we were going fishing into the river.
Right by the aquarium right here. Yep.
Right where we have here. All right, now we're going to go down one more step and into the, what do we call this?
The Delaware Bay Tank.
The Delaware Bay Tank. Okay, let's go back down to that. All right, Darrell, now we're into, what do we call it, the bay?
The Delaware Bay Tank.
Okay, now, geographically, where would we find these fish here?
Mostly it's in the bay, the Delaware Bay, but also with the salinity and changes, it can be found 5-10 miles, maybe even up the river.
Up the river.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we have? We have the little minnows in there.
Yeah, the silver sides, which we found by the millions down in the bay. A lot of people use them as bait, and they're a popular food item for other fishes. The Atlantic needlefish. Going to some people where the fishing wise, the sea robins, so people catch those.
You catch a lot of those when you're out
sea
there.
Robins.
Yeah.
The other thing they catch is those the spider crabs, robbing your bait.
Right.
Another very popular fishing item is the kingfish. Also got the northern puffers. We also have some hog chokers, and the reptile wise we have the northern diamondback terrapins.
The turtles that you really don't think of that as being down there, but they do have that type of turtle down there. All right. Well, thank you very much. This is very fascinating to me because most people don't realize what we have from the headwaters all the way through to where the Delaware meets the bay, the amount of fish that we actually do have here on the river. All right, thanks, Darrell. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's been helpful.
Okay.
I'm here with Mark Kind. Mark, I'd shake hands with you, but I see we got some stuff here. Yeah. You have vitamins and fish here. What are you doing right now?
Oh, right now what I'm doing is putting a vitamin in each of the food fish that I'll be feeding both the turtles and the sharks.
We have some turtle. What type of turtle do we have here?
These are loggerhead sea turtles.
Loggerhead sea turtles. And the sharks that we're going to feed?
The sharks are sand tiger pups, or baby sand tiger sharks.
And you give them the vitamins just
it's a multivitamin. Yeah, it supplement the food fish that we feed them in the seafood.
Okay, then what do you have? What, mackerel here?
Yeah, mackerel. There's mackerel. We have herring. Little baby black sea bass. We got some loligo squid, and that's all for the sharks. And then over here for the turtles, we have some cut mackerel, some squid again, mussels, and some smaller fish.
And they really like this type of fish?
Yeah, they love it.
The turtles?
Yeah, they get fed very well.
Now, Mark, what's the purpose of you wearing the gloves and the putting in the vitamins like that?
Okay. Well, there's a couple reasons. One, want to keep. That's not good. Want to keep the fish as clean as possible. Make sure there's nothing from my hands to get onto the food fish.
Yeah, I noticed that when we come through the doors here, we have to step in a special foot bath type thing, so that we keep the bacteria, I guess, down here, because I know basically this is just like having a huge aquarium.
Yeah, this is right where we are, which is called the Catwalk, is really like the rim of a fish tank.
Right.
And anything that is found up along the Catwalk could find its way easily into the water.
Which would be very devastating if there was a bacteria or something like that.
That's why we try and keep any the soles of our shoes and anything else that would be up here as sterile as possible. And that's the first reason. The second reason is when you have your hands in this stuff constantly all day, it tends to take a beating. Your hands take a beating.
Yeah, the fish get a little rough with the fins and everything. And
these guys have fins you can't see, and you can poke yourself.
Get a poke, I know.
And it just really puts a wear and tear on the skin of your hands.
Now, the vitamins that you're using here, do the turtles get a different type of vitamin versus the sharks, or is it all they all get the same type?
They get a different type. A lot of the same vitamins and minerals are in it, but it's a different type. Yeah, it's especially formulated for turtles, and the other larger pill is specially formulated for sharks and rays and skates. These white pills are potassium iodide, which is one of the necessary minerals in the water that sharks need, and they get in the wild, but in a captive, closed environment, it dissipates out of the water.
So they need to have that supplemented into their diet.
Yeah.
Now, just as you're talking here, how old are some of the lager turtles that you have there? Are they young ones? Like, I know we saw the seals today, who are fairly young seals as seals go. And the
That's
turtles.
a good question. These guys here are young, considering how old turtles can get, or any reptile for that matter. The biggest one in there, the largest one, has been with us pretty much ever since we opened some 4 years ago. So he was maybe 100 grams, and now he's probably about 150 pounds, 125 pounds. So he's done a lot of good growing here in our big tank just in 4 years. And he can grow even larger. He can attain about a weight of 325 pounds, 350 pounds, and they can grow many decades, or live many decades. Very long-lived animal.
Okay, we're here at an outdoor exhibit at the aquarium. Daryl, what do we have here now?
Okay, this is the trout stream exhibit. This upper pool is every trout fisherman's dream. It's nice big trout.
Boy, there are some huge trout. Now, what type of trout do we have
we got
in
up front here? We got the rainbows.
The rainbow there.
Down here, the brown trout. And I think in the back, up in the back there, we got some nice brook trout. Nice coloration on those guys.
There's some quite nice fish. I know we even have, Mike, if you can get that, we got a smallmouth bass that jumped over from another pool.
We got to catch him back.
So this is what, you're just displaying what a trout pool or pond would look like.
With big trout.
Yeah, we would like that. Now we do have some trout pellets here that we're going to feed the fish later.
Yep.
And you'll see how aggressive they really are once we put them in. Let's move down to the next pool here. All right, now we're at another pool here. Now explain to me what we have in this area.
Yeah, this is what we call the predator pool. This is for all those bass fishermen. We have the largemouth bass, and coming up into the stream now, nice big smallmouth bass.
Mike, if you can get a shot of this, I like to show just for the guys. See where that smallmouth is? He's right up there where the water's coming out, a lot of oxygen. That's where you're going to find your smallmouth a lot of times. And you can see the largemouth hanging down here where the water's slower. But the smallmouth, he likes that fast water. And again, this is your predator pool here. We got smallmouth,
largemouth,
and
we got some walleyes in there.
We have a walleye. We had him down here.
He just swam away.
He took off on us.
And also got some white catfish and brown bullheads. There's Because also we put some grass carp in here to help clean up. There's that walleye on the
Yeah,
bottom
the
there.
walleye just came in there. There's a nice sized walleye. So here we have a couple of ducks floating in here. But I just thought that was important to show you that the fact where that smallmouth is going to be located, if you're into fishing a pool, and where the largemouth will be back off of those structures. And if you're looking for fishing, one of the things that these fish are doing, they're hanging around a piece of structure, which is really important. If either it's this piece of structure up here or this piece of structure down here, they're still moving in on this piece of structure here. Okay, now we have one other pool that we're going to go to.
One other pool, yep.
Okay, let's go to see that. All right, Dal, we're at the last pond pool that you have here. What's this showing us now?
Okay, this is a lot now of the sunfish. A lot of people, when they take their kids out, teaching them how to fish, a lot of stuff they would catch.
Yeah.
The pumpkin seeds, the red-breasted sunfish,
So this
the bluegills.
is a starting pond.
Exactly.
If you're going to
Perfect way
start
to
out
say it.
fishing, take the kids to a pond like this, and which is interesting. I know we had a bunch of little kids walking by here and they're looking at the fish.
Yep.
I think it's interesting that they can see the difference between, it's kind of hard because of the light situation we have here, but the different types of sunfish that we have, and you have, what else do you have in there? Do you got
on the back, we got some yellow perch.
Some perch.
I think there's some more the grass carp in here. You see them clean up on the bottom. There's probably a couple little bass that are mixed in, some juvenile largemouths that we put in here.
So you even balance the fish also in there with the grass carp to keep the algae down and everything else.
It helps us with cleaning.
Okay, let's get back to this just for a little bit here.
Okay.
Now we have these fish pellets here. What's in the fish pellet?
Basically, this is ground up fish with different types of vegetable matter, proteins, vitamins, minerals that are added to it, and then they're dried up and they're cut up into different sized pellets. These are sinking and large, and you can get smaller pellets floating or sinking all the way down to almost a dust.
So you can
for
feed
small
the whole
fish.
segment of a population
Exactly.
in here, from fish going from top feeders all the way down to bottom
Exactly.
feeders.
All the different
So we're going to do this. Okay, well, we're going to take some of this up and feed some of the trout and see what that does.
Yep.
One of the things I've always wanted to do is figure out how to put the fish hook through here, because
Exactly.
if you took this trout fishing,
Yep.
you'd never miss.
You catch some of those big ones.
That's right. Okay, let's go up top and we're going to catch some.
All
We're
right,
going to feed
let's
those
do it.
fish. I have a secret that I brought. It's that the worst part about coming to the aquarium is you can't use one of these. They caught me. But if I could, I would. I'll see you again next week on Delaware Valley Outdoors.